Today we will discuss what analysis is possible with Hadoop and then most common Hadoopable problems. Let's discuss most common 10 Hadoopable problems and then we will see the Hadoop framework, and let's have a couple of words about every component of Hadoop framework, and then we will get into HDFS.
Oh.
And today's session could be anywhere around 1 hour 30 minutes to 2 hours, I'm expecting. Okay. Here what analysis is possible with Hadoop. Can you see my screen here?
Yes.
Yeah. Text mining, index building, graph creation and analysis, pattern recognition, collaborative filtering, prediction models, sentiment analysis, risk assessment. All these terms seems to be somewhat familiar for us, and let's go one by one, a sentence about one by one. Coming to text mining, what is your idea about text mining?
Text mining is like mining the text data and gaining some hidden information from that data.
Yeah, and let me ask you a question. What is the recent Hollywood movie? Recently released Hollywood movie that is a hit.
So actually, I'm not a fan of Hollywood
Okay, there is
movies.
a recent James Bond movie, James Bond 007 movie. Let us say the movie X. That is the latest movie that got released, and
Okay.
it got released all over the world.
Hmm.
How the people will know whether it is a hit or it is a flop? One way to know about this is they will analyze the Twitter data. If I see the
Hmm.
movie, I'll just come on to the Twitter and I'll post something like this movie is junk or this movie is a super hit. I'll post something like that.
Yeah.
So the distributors will appoint someone who buy all the Twitter data, and they will analyze for each and every post about this movie. Suppose in a post the movie name appears, then they will take that post and they will analyze, and they will give a ranking depending on the words. If I use the word fantastic, they will give a rank 5.
Hmm.
If I use a word average, they will give some 3. If I use bad, they will give 1. And from which area? Suppose I am from India. If I give a ranking 5, in India, this movie is a hit. In China, maybe the people don't like that movie, and they used the word bad about this movie, and the rank will be 1. These kind of things will happen. Automatically, they will process. They will buy the Twitter data, they will process, and depending on the ranking, they will distribute the film. The distribution means in India, if the distributor want to release the movie in some more theaters, then they will increase the price because the sentiment in India is very good. In sentiment in China is very bad. That kind of text
Yeah.
mining, that is text mining. Going through the text, giving some ranking and all those things, the text mining is possible with Hadoop. And the second one is index building. The best example for index building is Google. Suppose if you open your own web page, you put some content in your web page, the Google have some components like crawlers. Have you ever heard of crawlers?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I actually don't know about crawlers, so
yeah,
I
crawlers.
want to know about it.
Yeah, two simple sentences about crawlers is crawlers will go through all the websites in the world. They will crawl all the data from the websites and they will index the data. And depending on the index, whenever you search for something like I want some help on Hadoop, suppose if you search like I want some help on HDFS, then the crawlers have already crawled all the web pages and they have indexed depending on the words what they have found in the web pages, and normally you will get Stack Overflow. Have you ever seen this website, Stack
Yes.
Overflow? Yeah, Stack Overflow at the first page. If you ask any technical question, Stack Overflow will come in the first place. How that happens? The
Okay.
crawlers will crawl all the web pages and they will build indexes, and depending on the indexes, they will give ranking to the websites, and depending on the ranking, it will appear in your search. That kind
Like
of,
why they give the index?
I'm sorry,
Why they give the index?
index is used whenever you give a word. Using that word, it has to go to some place, take you to some place. That is the concept of the index. If you see in the RDBMS also, the
Yes.
concept of the index is, suppose if you want to search for the customer number 100, then taking the customer number 100, the index where actual row is stored in the database, the address will be stored with the index. Directly
Yes.
it will take you to the row instead of going sequentially through the RDBMS. So if the Google builds the index, directly it can take you to the website. That kind of index building can be possible with Hadoop. And coming to graph creation analysis, you have seen Google Maps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Google Maps, from this area to that area, how much distance by walk, by car, and if I um, go through some other area, how much distance, and all these things, graph analysis that can be possible with Hadoop. Because the graph analysis we need to process so much of unstructured data, and need to process in a couple of seconds. We need to process, and we need to give back the user the results. So we need to have a very robust system for this. Graph creation and analysis is possible with Hadoop. Coming to the next, pattern recognition. In the pattern recognition, the things will come for risk modeling for banking. Risk modeling is kind of, can I give a personal loan to Juhi?
Hmm.
So a pattern recognition means, yes, these banks gave a personal loan to Juhi, but Juhi didn't repay, so you cannot give it to Juhi. That is a kind of pattern happening over there. Collaborative filtering comes here. Their recommendation engine comes into picture. On the Amazon, the people who have bought this article also bought these many articles. That is recommendation engine, and it is a characteristic of collaborative filtering. Coming to prediction models, customer churn analysis, yesterday we have discussed. A customer
Yes.
of China mobile going to some other mobile. If some other mobile provider announces a new plan, our system need to predict these customers may go to that plan. So inform these customers, give some loyalty points to these customers. These customers may go to the other guy. That kind of prediction models can be done. And coming to sentiment analysis, we have discussed about Twitter, right? Mining
Yes.
through the worldwide Twitter data to find out the sentiments about a newly released movie to take immediate decisions on distributions can be part of sentiment analysis.
So all these are like interrelated, like in pattern recognition, we are actually doing the risk assessment. In
Yes,
text mining, we are also building a predictive model.
yes. Doing the test mining, after doing the test mining only, we can go for some risk assessment, right?
Yes.
Suppose if you are building an antivirus system, you need to suppose spam filter, let us say spam filter, you need to do the test mining first, text mining, and take out the words. If these words are there in the spam filter, then go for the risk analysis.
Hmm. And then build the predictive model. So if in future some mail comes
Yes,
like with this word, then it should be predicted as
yes,
spam.
yes. And the risk assessment also says something like credit ratings is an example. Credit rating to Juhi. Your credit rating, always your credit rating will be with the bank. The bank will access to a common database. All banks will have some common database. When I apply for a loan, if I apply for a loan, then they will check for my name, my address and everything. Then they can see what kind of person I am. And the credit
Okay.
rating for a person will be there. If my credit rating is more than 3.5, they will approve the loan. If the credit rating is less than 3.5, they cannot approve the loan. That kind of risk assessment can be possible with Hadoop. And coming to 10 most common Hadoopable problems.